понимаю, почему так сильно делают, допустим.
От карт, видимо, порадовался сильно.
Да, нет.
Well, we are in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. That's the trophy they're playing for up on the video board for all the players and fans to see. It is a 6-6 game. Norway ties it up with that deuce. Of course, they'd love to get back on the podium and on top. 2014, last time Norway was the world champion on the men's side.
Linja fin. Markus nærmest. Køler godt. Markus nærmest.
Norway scored deuces every time they've had hammer. Gave up 3 though to Russia when they had hammer in the first. Then gave up 2. Then gave up a single. So just by
they would steal one.
They would steal one now. Yeah, we'll see.
Slide over Korea and Sweden. We haven't seen anything other than just ones or blanks go up. In this game, Nicholas Sedin able to make a great shot with his last. Got rid of the Korean stone. There was a back end to those 2 yellows that sits one in front of the other behind a center line guard. Kim Chang-min opportunity has to get side of the button. I don't know if he can fully get shot. It'll be close if he can get the shot stone. Kim Chang-min has played well this week. Coming in 1 game back as Sweden get to the button. And they come up just ever so close to shot. And it is a steal of 1. So Sweden takes the 3-2 lead after 6 ends, but great effort on that draw.
I think if we're going to follow the pattern, Luke, it's going to be a blank in the 7th, which is just something probably Russia would like to do now. It's a tie game. This is when you really start to look at the scoreboard. 4 ends to go. The hammer efficiency has been pretty good in this game, so you'd think maybe the teams will score with hammer, so 2 times each. If Russia can blank here, though, they could be scoring 2 times to Norway's 1 by having hammer in 8th and the 10th. That's pretty normal for teams to be looking at that by this stage. Obviously, Norway throwing the center guard, though, will try and prevent that from happening. Would love to force Russia to score 1.
They're trying to drive the wing, but they'll end up chipping off and playing a little bit of a split. Isn't a bad result on that one.
Definitely opens up the center line. But two guards now. Almost time to think about switching gears for Russia. Go for 2.
That's always the decision. Well, what's your game plan in the end? Do you want to perfect world? Norway gets the force.
Ja. Kjapp, og så få den litt sånn. Vant.
Thought about guarding. As you can see, Höjberg sweeping almost backwards to try and keep that same directional sweeping on.
Yeah, very nice to push that one through. As we'll look China, Japan, Go Aoki. Draw here. Try and get a second stone in there. Close to his shot stone. But have to be careful with this that they don't bump that red one in. Looks like they are shot in the back. Can't move it very far. And they'll right down to it. Go Aoki will come in and get their two. Japanese fans are happy. Another 2 on the board for Japan. They're up 5-2 after 7. Well, it is just day 3, but coming into the session, there was a separation between the top 6 and then the bottom 7. Russia sitting right in the middle at that 1 and 2 record. Lost by them, they fall to 1 and 3. Meanwhile, it's at 3 and 1. It's a 4-way tie. We know one of the 1-loss teams could lose. In Korea, they come in at 3 and 1. They're playing Sweden. It'll be another 1-loss team or a team losing their second.
Well, Norway's done a good job now so far, undefeated, but they haven't played any of the big hitters, which is, from my point of view, Sweden, Scotland, and Korea. So, still have those teams to play. In Canada, of course.
The reigning world champions.
Yeah, oh well, okay.
And they'll pick that top one out. They're hoping to try and come up and get both of them moving, open up those stones off the center line.
Yeah, so with Gushu as well, that's 4 pretty tough games.
So that makes this game even more important that you win this. You get yourself in a good position going into those, that even if you split them, you're still in a good spot to make the playoffs.
Okay, Norway's probably confident enough to try and get into that 1-2. It's a dogfight to get into those top 2 spots.
And the format is a little different. If you haven't seen or heard, it's a 13-team field, so each team will play 12 games, and the top 6 make the playoffs, but the 1 and 2 seeds get a bye directly to the semifinals. 3 will play 6 in a qualifying game, 4 versus 5 in that basically a quarterfinal to get to the semis, and obviously the winner of the 2 semifinals will play for gold on Sunday.
Just looking for the double peel there, Glukov.
He's got no draw path, that's the problem. Clip that yellow, you could open up that outturn side.
You say that, but Timofeyev played a pretty good in-turn draw 2 ends ago. He can come around anything.
Go out wide.
Just hook in there. I wouldn't be 100% confident to leave him that draw anyway. But yeah, definitely no natural draw path to the button for sure. But so far, Norway's just in the 8th fit with their shot stone. Leaves a hole. Is it big enough for Russia to play through?
Нас форсят, если ты не уверен, давай пилиться, но если ты не сделаешь пил, нас форсанут. Он потом еще что-нибудь сделает, а если привезем в 4, что ему делать? Мне нравится снять гард с камнем в доме, нет? Если нет, я сниму 2 гарда. Тут опасно стоит, если ты сделаешь вот так, то все, он еще 1 закинет. Лех, время. Мне нравится в 4. Надо напасть. Давай, если не нравится, давай везем. Так, вот так вроде хорошо должен довалить.
Кинул, у него слабо было, помните? Да, чуть-чуть хуже
really switching gears here now in Russia. Don't want to be forced to one here. They want to score two, so they're going to draw in around everything. It's quite risky.
Очень сильная вставка.
It's a wide path. We've seen teams really get caught. Obviously, Timofey made the draw wide that worked out really well.
Kind of surprised to see Timofey ask his third blue cup to make such an important shot. He's had a bit of a scrappy game so far, and that's when you might want to leave them a few easy shots to make. That's a pretty good attempt though. He's in there for shot stone, but back of T-line. Just showing the path for Norway to come after. Put this top of the T-line, even if you come all the way down and freeze the red, tap the red. So pretty good.
Rett foran T-line er perfekt hvis du får svingen der.
Ja. Det er sånn at vi får inn 14 blank.
Ja.
Jeg tenker marginalen
The tap of it is an awful result.
Spiller mellom 13-5.
To put this top of the forefoot, nibble that T-line. Can't really see a double for Russia on the yellows if they do.
Det som en kanonkule for meg.
Holding this heavy out of hand. Through the house, they're saying. We're close to it. Just die enough on them to get to the face of that red.
Tuck that curl, does it? Does come just enough at the end. Dig in and get shot stone.
I've seen that a few times from Stefan, that his outturn tends to float him a little bit in on the draws. He's definitely not over curled any outturn draws so far in the game. If anything, has under curled a few.
Ну что, здесь раскаталось или мне просто к тому прибавлять?
Is that just on his release, the way he throws that outturn?
I think so, but I don't think he throws it badly. Just maybe you need to take a tad less ice for those throws. They tend to track quite a bit. And of course this time he was throwing maximum weight, so he has 4 feet less there, and they can try and work it a little bit with the sweepers to be a lot closer to the line, but still has a few outturns so far.
Saw Glukov come down there. Then Wallstad. This one will be short. Germany, Netherlands going on. 5-2 Netherlands lead. Alexander Baumann and Germany looking for their first win. Now make this hit. Be for the score of 2. They'll take a look at the third one. So they take a close look, just 2, but it's a 1-point game now. Germany gets their deuce back.
This is a bit of a deja vu, I'd say. Look, this is pretty much exactly the same situation we saw in the 5th end. There's a red stone on our left-hand side here that could be tapped up by Russia. Norway is going to guard it and try and leave that wide in-turn draw. As far as curling ends goes, this is pretty similar.
And he needs a little less of the forefoot this time.
Sure, but it's having to come maybe slightly wider too. It's pretty close to the same, maybe.
Most of the play has been on the other side of the sheet as well in this end. So,
well, Norway clearly again thinking it's a lot easier to tap that red stone up than play this draw. And this tap is probably a little easier than 2 ends ago, being in the top 12. But should know the weight in line here though.
Made it once. We'll see what Alexei Timofeev has with his final shot.
Линия хорошая.
The seventh end.
Мне кажется, надо. Хорошая линия, легко. 4 фута. Есть. Легко всегда, Свип.
This time just facing one.
Свип, линия. Свип, Женя.
Bigger sweep this time.
And they won't get past the guard this time, so a miss on the draw for Timofeev.
Надо было побольше счет поставить, Серег.
A look at it, they'll confirm it. It is a steal of one. They do move them, we just wanted to make sure. So a steal of one and a 7-6 Norway lead, their first lead of the game. With 3 ends to play.
Там был без свипа, а этот со свипом.
Нам, в принципе, либо собираться делать, да, исполнение,
Либо да, либо не делать, потому что мы ошибаемся. Спроси, шутер лучше оставь.
Jævlig tight, så synes jeg snart å vinne. Tenker du ikke det? 6 og så 4,5.
Tror du best 6 og guard?
Jeg liker 6 og så se hvor corneren er. Så får den høyde på corneren, så liker jeg garden. Så får den liksom bli
Og så dra rundt en guard som vi ligger først, da. Så prøve å få senterspill ut, da.
Tror du de gjør det uansett, da?
Nei, jeg tror kanskje ikke det, men nei. Men siden, altså det blir jo på en måte samme, da.
Ja. Det blir fryst, men da får de i hvert fall
Om de velger å slå den, eller blande deg, ja.
Well, there's a look at the line score, and it's been a lot of deuces by Norway. They get the steal in that 7th end, a 7-6 lead as we play in the 8th end. We're in the Orleans Arena. Here just off the Las Vegas Strip, the 361 World Men's Curling Championship 2018. First time we have a 13-team field. And Norway, first time they played this game with a lead.
Матч 6.
Well, let's compare players here. The lead, Gogberg still advantage over Klimov.
Поближе, мне кажется, это очень слабо. Это на 4-й поход. Давай ближе надо. Надо ближе намного, а то мы под него ничего не завезем. Давай. Давай, еще упереться. Хорош.
Corner guard, pretty good spot to use.
Linja er bra. 2,5.
Ja. 2,5.
Linja er perfekt. Se kosten min. Linja er bra, linja er perfekt. Kjapt og køle, altså. Japp. Har du Markus? Spill til. Bra.
Well, that's a good pair from Gogberg there.
Если что, гарды.
If any, leaves a little bit of the side open away from the corner guard.
Pretty perfect setup. It'll be more and more a battle of the leads now in the last couple of ends.
Бэквылет.
Легко.
Бэклайн вылет. Бэклайн. Хороший вес.
So looking to come around here, try and move that Yellowstone top 8. Punch it in the open.
Хороший.
Pretty good shot there.
It was a well-protected stone. You just had to play quiet weight, try and move it out.
Jeg har satt sånn på 15
Opens it out of the 4 foot.
And you also leave that red stone in the 8 foot there. Norway needs to
Det er greit, det.
play the hit and roll. If they make it perfect, they're still a little bit in trouble. But if they make the nose head roll a bit too far, then now the 4 foot's just a lot more open for Russia. So sometimes you just gotta sacrifice a stone to try and reposition your opponent's stones. Not heavy enough to kill that red. That's a mistake. He gets a nice roll.
But leaves another red one in play.
Yeah, you really need to be throwing these hard enough to remove your opponent's stones when you're playing without hammer.
Great numbers for both seconds. Slight advantage to Norway, and Nedregot 93 to 89.
Yeah, Nedregoten's picked up his play after the first couple of ends and is playing closer to what we're used to seeing from him. Very steady player. Run back by Rajabov.
Owen will jam on that back one, so actually works. Leaves that one in. As he won't trap, we'll leave that one in the back of the rings for a jam.
Snart begynner han her.
Jeg har ikke spilt der.
Nei, ikke heller.
Ikke heller, men jeg tror det er greit. Jeg tror det, altså.
Line 2 already, draw in. And really, this game is swung in the 6th end. Got the deuce, then they get a steal, and they've been controlling the play in the second half of the match.
Markus.
Litt lenger. Det er lenger enn det.
Ja, kjøle litt. Bra spill.
Look at those 2 yellow stones for Sweden counting at the moment, but the final stone still to come for Korea. And this battle has been back and forth. The first non-score of 1 with the hammer was a steal for Sweden. Kim Chang-min, 8 foot or better to tie this game up. Korean skip on a battle of these two that both played at the Olympic Winter Games. Korea will get this one in there. They will tie it up 3 apiece.
Meanwhile, Rajabov not able to make the run back, just peels off that center guard, so that's now going to be replaced by Norway, line 3.
We'll keep going around updating all the other games. Japan leading China 5-2. Zhao Deja has an out-turn tap. Has to move this one a little bit in order to get his single point.
It was a beautiful double by Go Aoki to stick the shooter right in behind the guard, nibbling the button.
By the guard now, they want to try and get the curl. Catch enough of it. They got a stick. They won't. It's going to roll all the way out. And it's going to be a steal of 2 for Japan and a 7-2 lead. The way things were going, it looked like China be the favorites in that one coming in, but possible upset there. Look back on ours, the missed run to try and stick that one and get it out of there. Peel that one off. Norway still lying 3.
Hold i gang, få den til kosten min, så er linja bra. Rent og død. Rent og død.
Eller bare død.
A little longer this time, the guard.
And over curls a bit.
Yeah, so
Мне
see
нравится
Russia
выпихивать
now
его.
change it up, come around.
Какой
Make a
вес
tap.
хоть?
And Klukov
Какое задание? Бэклайн? Бэклайн?
Made some big shots, but
Надо вот сюда его.
complete misses on the others.
Значит,
As you
бэклайн.
said, Sandra, that's why right around that 50%
Нормальный
mark.
счет?
В лоб, да, он должен прийти.
Definitely needs him to step up his game here in the last few ends.
Бэк. Бэклайн.
Легко, свит!
Здесь
Come around, try and tap the stone out of the forfeit.
Поднять!
Поднять.
Даже дальше. Дальше.
Well, Glukov, little tap at least. Those stones still in play. His shot stone wide open.
He's hoping to curl a bit more there, at least beat up the corner and around the centre guard to make it a little more difficult for Norway to remove it. Now a chance for Norway to make a hit and roll, maybe become roll half buried.
Ja. Elveblank, litt opp. Elveblank, opp. 10-5. Rent. 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 Yep.
I'll try in the short roll, just tuck a little bit behind.
That's pretty perfect.
High 4.
Hva er farta der? 10-9. Ja. Bra spill, da. Bra.
Timofeev has not had much to shoot at. Part of the reason his lower numbers, but facing multiple stones each and every shot, it's tough to make those high degree of difficulty shots.
Мы его если оттолкнем, то он станет хуже, чем шестой точно, чем второй нет.
Если что, хоть гард раздвинул. Пускай гард ставит, я повезу тогда.
Ну да. Ну,
Может,
такой вид, что же
может, я в
вес.
лоб получится.
А если ты-
Мы слишком много прошли на тебе.
Ну что, такой же вес?
Pretty much the same shot for Timofeev as for Glukov. Trying to tap this more or less on the nose. If you just tap it right out of the forfeit, you might be shot stone. Gonna leave a big wall in behind. Tough for Norway to remove.
Легко.
Больше веса.
Внимание.
Бэк
Легко.
плюс.
Сик.
Бэк
Сик.
плюс. Веса больше. Бэк
Поднять!
плюс.
Нет. Ничего. Вес.
Много веса. Бэк плюс.
Past the guard, no problem. They want to try and sit as close to nose as possible. Rolls away. Timofeev gets rid of that one.
It's not bad either, because it certainly opens up the forfeit. It'll be pretty likely for them to have a shot to score.
En av småtene får ut den her, nå er Via sin egen.
Og se shot, jeg vet ikke hvordan han får ut den.
Nei.
Fristende å dra hit.
Seeing Norway's shot stone here.
Hvis ikke så har den...
Look in Netherlands, Germany, and
Jeg liker det.
this Germany line 1-2. Appendorp now must get to the forefoot.
Du er imot å chappe, eller? Det er veldig press på han da, egentlig.
Extend their lead to 2.
Full fear. Okay, clean up.
Jo, absolutt, men...
1 and 3 record so far for the Netherlands.
Nesten like lett å øyne som her nå.
Full fear, kultspel, blijf erop. Full fear, blijf erop. Full fear.
Sweepers just staying close, guiding this one down. Not a problem, right to the button. So a single point for the Netherlands. They'll lead 6-4 after 8. Norway's made their decision. Where do they want to roll with this one? Well, maybe they haven't.
Yeah, I kind of like the draw, to be honest. Their line shot stone. They're saying, how do Russia actually get our shot stone out as it lies just now? So why not just come around again, stealing one in the 8th end here could be big. Play the hit under the red. Timofeyev has all the whole forfeit, so that's why Wallstad just thinking this through once more.
Har du noen luke der? Hvis du skal...
Ja. Ok.
Jeg tror jeg slår oss her, så setter den firfotsdragene hver dag.
Det blir jo...
Også er shot. Jeg klarer ikke å se hvordan han har sjans for 2 uansett. Så skal vi prøve her.
Ja, så jeg tenker jo at i og med at åpne omgang så er det veldig fint å få poeng.
Hæ?
Og leder, altså sånn her så ligger vi igjen opp. Det er veldig, veldig fint å få poeng og åpne.
Ja, ja. Ja, det der er force.
Slår du den, så er det force, ikke sant? Ja. Da er det plutselig likt. Argumentet for å slå den er at han har spilt seg ganske ned. Han har slitt med sistene sine. Men han spiller mot 5, det er interessant i seg selv, men jeg tenker at en sjanse å dra rundt der da, 1 nå, det er jo kjempe...
Si at du havner der da.
Ja.
Han ser en tredjedel. Han har en stein for 2 da.
Hvor da?
Men han slår og så ruller. Det er sånn, kanskje? Jeg vet ikke.
Stopper ikke skyteren vår der, da?
Nei, jeg er kynisk.
Jeg tror det går, ass.
Altså, stjeling nå er kjempe... Altså, det kan...
Jeg synes det er verdt å gå for det, egentlig.
Matchen,
ja. Og om du stjeler 5, så er det ikke så mye bedre. Eller, det er jo bedre.
Nei, ikke sant. Jeg er med på begge deler, men...
Jeg liker
stjeling var veldig
dragingen,
fint. Stjeling var veldig fint. Ja.
Går på hele med akkurat, da.
Ja. Akkurat full 4 er bite button.
Ja.
They talked themselves into playing the draw. I think that was...
14-6 faktisk.
But Stefan Wallstad really wanted to do all along.
Ja, det var Max Kosta, var det ikke da?
Jeg tror jeg godt å overgjøre meg der. Jeg har fått 4,5 fot på den.
Remark by quarterback saying, well, stealing 1 or stealing 5, same deal.
Men kant er midt imellom der du hadde
In the
på dine
sense of
2
you steal one
steiner.
here, it's so big to be 2 up or 2 ends to go. It's almost as good as stealing 5 anyway. So it's just playing the draw. It's a lot bigger chance you'll actually steal one.
Then if you play the hit,
Yeah, and then you know,
if you get a miss, then
and then you know, believing in Santa Claus. Just I like seeing this. It's just
it's an like going after it. You know, you got a team that's struggling. You got some misses. You go after them.
at this level, I think you got to play the aggressive shot to make sure you can steal one rather than make a simple shot and hope for a huge miss from your opponent to score big. It's just almost a little bit gullible. Of course, drawing against 5 is a little pressure too, but to make this draw good, it's a lot tougher. That's a good draw, but
Yeah, just into the top.
doesn't cut down the forefoot all that much more though. Could have been. It's pretty good.
Splitting hairs now. Obviously, you come full forefoot, it's nice, but it would open up that draw path to come down to you.
Yeah, if you come T-line there, it's almost backing for Timofeyev as well. But now they're sitting 2, right? So if he misses the forefoot, you steal 2, that's pretty much game right there.
Final stone, 8th end, facing 2, Alexei Timofeyev.
Отскок играем.
He's trying to come off the wrong end.
Yeah, trying to hold it for the line, get the little rub.
Отскок играем.
Get the little rub, the little roll, and a great adjustment, great line call. Glukov to get the little rub and the single point, so it is all square with 2 ends remaining. 7-7 tie.
Да, только у нас это не очень получается. Ну, гард. Давайте соберемся и сыграем один на соточку. Сдвоенный гард играем обычно.
Jeg tror det er noe vi kan forvente da. Stemmer når du ikke er på noen medaljer der på den tiden.
Look at the score, 7-7. Our feature game, Russia, Norway, the 3-6-1 World Men's Curling Championship 2018. Luke Coley here with Sander Rovag. As they draw, they make the decision, get the little rub. We're probably going to be through. This would have been a steal of 2 instead. An alert line call, get the little rub.
That's why Norway should have hit that stone.
I think we got to roll the tape back in that you were saying. I really like the draw. Center line guard to start off. So we'll see. Russia try to force. Norway want to try and score 2 or blank.
It's as tight as it gets, really. And Norway started off with 3 fairly controlled wins over Italy, Germany, and Japan. And to steal 1 in the 10th end for USA this morning. Now been trailing for the most part of this game. So it's not a good trend for them, but still picking up wins. Could still be undefeated after this one, but Russia with the last one advantage.
Norway's been good with the hammer.
Pardon me. Norway with the last one advantage, but in the 9th end, so Russia's going to have to try and force a score here. Love to see Norway scoring 1, so they can come home with the hammer, score 2 for the win.
Oh. Нормально, что тоже.
And yeah, like you said, Norway has scored 2 every time they've had hammer so far in this game.
And this is the game plan, how they like to go about it for Norway. Some teams like to really go and play the tick shots. Some want to go and draw to the open side. In this scenario, try to either go for 2 or the blank. Norway, off that. Let's go right around. Let's wrap 1. Let's go wrap a second one.
It's coming up all deep, so and dragging it all farther, so there's nothing to freeze onto for Russia to get shots stolen. But I think they might just still get that. So a bit of a mistake there by Vågberg. First one though, in a really good spot.
Фриз легкий тэп. Нельзя. Пока сам. Только линия. Вес нормальный. Вес хороший.
Ждем до конца.
8 за. 8 за.
О, нет, линия шире. Шире. О, нет.
Поднять, Женя.
Фриз.
Поднять. Давай.
Сип.
Oh, nice freeze. Rajabov right down to it. Set shot stone.
Блин, опять, да? Сильно. На цепь не ставил.
It's a problem. You go deep with those. You play the come rounds, you go deep, you allow for that freeze. Takes some work for Norway to get rid of those. Start up front first.
Whoa!
It's going to peel the top one here, I think.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Brother.
Those guards were placed so well by Klimov. Perfectly online, maximum distance, just so hard to make the double, so we'll be hoping to get a better chance on the next one.
Russia calling timeout, talk this one over.
Смотри, 3 варианта. Фриз, вверх, гард.
Не гард. Я за гард.
Не рано туда лезть?
Я понимаю, что ты за гардом. Подожди.
Смотри, если мы фриз...
Смотри, если мы сюда, что он делает? Он бьет пил, мы гард. Если вот сюда кривой получится, то все получается. Это очень хорошо.
Да, в лоб тоже получается отлично.
Да. Ему пилгарда уже будет не резон.
Сейчас просто веса поменьше надо сделать.
Если мы привезем сюда, он будет фриз вести.
Если сюда тоже хорошо.
Да.
Он тогда будет так снимать.
Да, но у нас-то останется камень, и
Да,
ход
мы
наш.
можем гард ставить.
Да, и мы закроем этот подвод сюда, ничего не будет.
Да, у нас 3 варианта.
Russian coach coming out, Alexander Kozlarev.
Вообще форс. Но тут и украсть уже можно.
Подождите, вы играете на форс, правильно?
They discuss, will slide over Korea, Sweden, last stone.
Гард пил. До какого он будет пилиться?
Niklas Edin trying this
До
raise,
пятого.
take out, and got to get a little bit of
И
roll with
потом
the
вы
stone they're
сможете
running in.
перевести косой на желтый.
Lie
Мы
one.
думаем, косой на желтый или фриз сюда вести?
Сюда фриз, он, если вы привезете плохо, это будет под один удар.
Right
Это
in.
немного опасно.
Roll,
перевал.
and will catch their
Это
own.
может быть опасно. Если он у вас не довалит, это
Will
может
get
быть опасно.
one,
Он бьет
but
бокс,
so
если
close to getting
вылетает.
two. A
Я
4-3
думаю, что надо
Sweden
еще гард
lead
играть. И
after
ждать,
8.
кто кого переедет.
На какого камня? На моем втором вести туда?
Вот здесь можно на 6-м, но не фриз на красном, мне
Потому что,
нравится
Сань, если
елкой.
мы сюда привезем, ему уже будет не резон гарда снимать, на самом деле. Он будет уже с этими камнями играть, разбивать их как-то.
Да, но сейчас рано еще. Сейчас
рано,
еще
да.
много камней.
Пока мы его можем рано в дом пустить.
Вот потом надо понять, сюда нам вести, сюда мы его не
Потом?
напрягем. Мне кажется, вот здесь мы его напрягем больше.
Здесь под один главное не подставиться. Поймите, здесь линия важная. Если вы повезете на красный,
Но вот это
то
очень хорошо
должна
стоит.
быть
Даже если
линия.
вот сюда мы подставим.
Это очень
Да,
хорошо стоит.
должна... У него еще отсюда будет удар.
Если
Поэтому
гард вот этот будет, я имею в виду.
сейчас еще гард, ждите, а потом играйте туда. Терпите. Да.
Do you freeze another one? Do you draw another one in? Do you put another guard up at this stage? What are we trying to accomplish in this end?
And throwing another guard here, maybe even a couple, just quite early to make a move. If you play a draw of some kind here, you know Norway's going to run that tight center guard back and try and just spill everything open.
Пока 5.
Оу, нет, сам ждем.
24, 25, 25.
Здесь точно ждем. 5 гард.
Да, 25.
5-6. Наедается
Еще
на
подомрет.
5.
25, наверное.
Это плохо.
Нет.
This is what Norway was hoping for.
Да, сори, близковато.
The guards to come a little bit closer to maybe get the double this time.
Вот поэтому я гард боялся
Those
ставить.
first two were as you would draw it up when teaching how to try and set up those two stones without last rock, using that free guard zone.
Yep, hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep, hard.
Well, trying to get both of them here. Magnus Nedregoten, 1-2, roll it off the side. That'll open up the forefoot.
Oh, yes.
Big shot for Norwegian second to open up that forefoot area.
Нет, крась-то да.
Не получается. Надо форсить. Мне кажется, так нормально мы будем форсить, нет?
Кажется, можно еще
Не
гард.
рано, еще не рано, Лёг.
А?
Не рано.
Может еще гард, потом уже это задание.
Он все равно снимать будет, скорее всего.
Да.
А если плохо поставим, он так сыграет.
Мы фриз тогда повезем, у нас гард будет.
Сложно будет вести из-за этого. То
Время, Лёг.
дырка получится совсем маленькая.
Смотри, мне нравится сейчас гард.
Мне
Следующий бит.
нравится ролл уже, форс.
Окей, ладно. Вес.
Или еще один.
Давай еще один гард, Лев.
Да. Поближе только тогда.
Хорошо.
Decision to put the guard back out in front.
Воу, воу, воу. Это очень широко.
Holding shots down there for the frozen in the back, so normally has a bit
Все, линия
of
будет.
work to do.
Нет, только Артур, только Артур.
Шире.
Шестой.
Нам бы раскрыться, вот этот надо.
Шестой.
О, в дом нельзя, только не в дом.
О, дом сейчас будет.
Сип. Можно.
Хорош. Фига себе, он довалил.
Guard goes back out, tight to the house.
Довалил, да.
Look over China, Japan, 7-2 in the 9th end, and
Enten der, den
that
her.
red Chinese stone on the edge of the 12-foot, just biting, and Jadeja chance to cut into the lead.
Klarer å stemme,
Maybe
så
running out of
hvis du
time.
bare tar down to, så er det greit da. Yes.
There was a big mistake by Japanese fourth player Goaoki to essentially had an open hit, just caught a tiny piece and was able to jam it on the stone outside the rings. A very sloppy mistake. Probably would have seen China shake hands if he didn't make that mistake. But deep points on the board, it looks like.
Yeah, right into the rings. So 7-4 after 9. Japan leading China. Netherlands, Germany 6-4. Netherlands leading. Couple of red in there. Opportunity for Germany to take advantage. They draw to the house for Alexander Baumann to get his 3.
Гард мне нравится.
If you're going to score
Чем
3,
мне нравится Гаррет?
9th end's not bad.
Но он будет, наверное, уже рисковать.
Да, будет бить только.
Really worked hard. Germany trying to get their first win.
Вести ему синтурным сложно, там гард стоит.
А?
Синтурным ему сложно вести, потому что там 2 гарда стоит.
They will guide that one into the house. There's the 3 and a 7-6 lead now for Germany after 9.
Просто не надо, он будет ролл тогда играть. Но у меня зато останется подвоз. Давай, вот так мне нравится.
Давай, время, быстрее.
О,
4-5.
очень широко, очень широко.
Вес сам нельзя.
Ждать,
Нельзя
ждать
вес.
очень широко.
Нет, вес сам уже. Сам.
Поближе надо под раны.
Пятый.
Женя,
Пятый.
только Женя. Сип, Жень.
Я супер.
Сип,
Только
помоги.
Сип!
Вдвоем. Давай.
Сип!
Давай, еще. Отлично.
Looking pretty good to force Norway to 1 here.
70 tror jeg er nære å stikke
Unless,
den. Hæ? 70!
Høiberg can make a pretty good shot here. Looking to double off those guards, but even try and run the tight yellow onto the red stone in the house.
Wow! Ikke redd.
Nothing from the sweepers here. They won't catch the second one. We'll just peel the 1. Still, Russia lying 2.
Я думаю, сейчас не смысл лезть в дом, правильно?
Ну, если
Смотри, у меня неохотно гард валил.
сам полезет.
Окей. Весь лайн. Ошибка сюда.
Плохо сделаешь.
Ну что, Лёх,
Дай что поменьше.
что хочешь?
3 степ.
Just a little wide. Need to curl up a bit more.
60 так и кидай. Это уж точно.
Let's see. Team Fiv.
Это пока фриз.
Линия норма.
Есть.
4.
Легкий тэп.
Воу. Легко. Нет, линия шире.
Легкий тэп.
Жека.
Легкий тэп.
Артур! Воу! Женя, Женя! Жека, 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 вали, 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 вали.
Just Garden trying to hook this underneath a little bit. Tap it up, close in that scoring area.
Чуть-чуть весом посильнее бы толкнул.
It seemed like it was a shot that you may play on your last, not with your first in the set.
Hjelper den ikke så mye?
Runden?
Ja, runden er bedre.
Da får oss åpna. Det er jo at jeg kan jammen her, da. Men da åpnes fortsatt litt.
Jeg liker ikke. Den vet ikke om jeg er der heller, Magnus.
Nei, for da går det
Det er ikke så bra dobbelt der, på en måte. Eller får ikke så mye ut av det. Jeg liker den der, egentlig.
Ja, jeg tror vi må runde den, egentlig.
Den, eller?
Så mye annet.
Så vi dobler.
Ja, vi vil ikke runden, da! Men
Ja, det er
dobler
det
er
jeg snakker
greit.
om.
Tror det.
Ja.
Fikk bitte litt der.
Ja, din kom godt, altså. Jeg synes du satt den bra. Tipper køle 20.
Run the yellow, but across the face.
I could play the direct double on the reds, but just leave that tight center guard for Russia to come around again. So they're thinking to play the run back, get the double that way, maybe try and roll the shooter, leave a bit more of the forefoot open.
Halstead trying to slash this one onto the Reds. As the dust settles, it still leaves those Reds counting, but 1-2, center line is open. They have their stone top of the 12-foot.
Actually overswept it a little bit.
And we have our first final is Japan knocks off China, so 7-4 the final. Japan wins. Japan improves to 2-3. China drops to 3-2. Doesn't matter how the event goes. Anytime you can beat a rival nation, like those two are, definitely be one to cherish from this World Championship. Japan playing well. Go Aoki makes some great shots against the Chinese team that was playing pretty well.
Chance to put some real pressure on Norway here. Timofeev.
Где плюс? Нет,
Поднять, поднять. Нет, нет, шире линия, шире, шире, шире.
4 за.
Легко. Нет.
Витать. Витать.
Even if you just took
Витать.
tackle a tiny piece
сама
on the
линия,
yellow
только
here.
вес.
Надо, вес
Нет,
надо.
нет, 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 нет.
Tough for
Ждать,
Norway to
ждать
score.
линию, ждать.
They need to come too deep, I think.
Жека, Жека, сип, 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 сип. Давай, давай, давай. Сип, 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 сип.
Ball make it right to the button. Probably force Norway to play the run back.
It's the easiest way to try and score, as it is.
Dragninga ser
3
vanskelig
Russian
ut.
stones in
Mulighet
this.
til å slå
Really the
inn av
first end
den
of the
og
second
drive
half of this
med.
game. Norway hasn't dictated the way the end has been played.
Could consider just playing something easier to give up one here.
Like vanskelig, egentlig.
Down one with a hammer.
Jeg mener det er riktig slår. Da skal vi klare å holde den der på kanten.
That almost might seem tougher to draw down to give up the one. You flirt with giving up more than the steal of
You could play the
two
head,
doing so.
you could play the head roll off of the open red. Just roll in for second shot. Or follow the same draw from the team of
Jeg tror det kommer
Timofeev
opp
played.
nok.
And
Jeg tror det er bra.
they'll have that chisel off that red as well. It's a pretty makeable shot to run back, but you know, if you don't make it, we're talking what, steal of 2.
Probably still a 2. I don't think you miss it without clipping one of them. 7-7, last stone of the 9th end. Stefan Wallstedt gonna go straight back.
Is that an out turn again? We talked about Stefan floating those out turns a little bit. Switching up the call to try and stick it on the winger instead, but it goes
And right through the hole, and it's a steal of 3. Change the call to try and catch it there, and just like that, Russia with a second three of the game. They go up 10-7.
Любой карт.
Успеем, Женя, у нас времени.
Давайте без паники.
Ты сейчас пробросишь, у нас тьма времени.
Конечно.
Vänta så att man ska sprinta på den där kroppen. Hostan i hörde.
Well, that's quite the line score we see. 10-7, Russia. That's 2 threes, one with the hammer in the first, one stolen in the 9th to lead this one 10-7. Evgeny Klimov throwing his first through.
Uphill struggle for Norway. Definitely need at least one huge miss from Russia here. That's why Russia throws the first one through, knowing if they can make all the simple shots well. There's no way they're giving up more than 2. By leaving stones in the house, it's just something Norway can use against them. So chuck them both through, make your peels, and you win this game.
Not give any stones for something to freeze to or move around. Well, one corner guard up. Gonna bring this one in real early. I thought you need to get that second corner out front.
Yeah, a little surprised by that, to be honest. Yes, there's no more free guard zone after throwing the second corner, but you need a miss on one of the corner guard peels to get 3 going. By coming around, if they nose hit, you might make the double.
Slide over Sweden, Korean. Again, Sweden in a position to get a force. No one's been able to get a 2 so far. In-turn draw here, Kim Changmin to get that single point. Well, big scrub, they're trying to get it there. And a good judge by their front end. Take it right to the 4-foot, so a single point. They're all square, 4-4 after 9. Sweden will have the hammer coming home.
Marcus, vad som har kölen en del. 2,5.
Now these guards have to be perfect.
Ja, bare få høyde på garden er viktig. Jeg kan se om en går i det til den huset.
Not sure if I completely agreed to not put a second corner up. You need to try and score 3 to tie.
I feel the only way you can score 3 is keep throwing corners, wait for a miss to leave you 2 corner guards. You come around 1, you peel that, you come around the other. Now you're line 3.
Свип! Воу, воу. Хорош, Артур.
So, obviously, if you get a complete miss, you can come around again. But like I said, there's 2 ways to miss a corner guard peel. Is either flashing it completely or nose hitting. If you end up nose hitting a guard where there's a stone in behind, you might end up making the double.
The run back, just leave 1 guard.
And even if you flash a stone completely, you might pick out the stone behind it if it's slightly open. So it's tough to score 3 either way, but I don't think it made it a lot easier by coming around that early.
Well, this is just the 4th game of the event for Russia. This is game 5 for Norway. Russia really needs a win here to keep pace with the teams ahead of them.
Сам. Нормально, нормально. Все хорошо.
So continue to peel off that guard.
Okay. Hvorfor det? Jeg kan kjappe en tom, og så kan jeg bruke det som en guard.
Vanskelig, da.
Jeg liker garden, ja.
Hvorfor det?
Hæ?
Jeg liker
Og så må
garden,
en bom her, da, så kanskje hvis vi legger det inn i huset, så sitter de igjen. De får en åpen uansett, da.
Ja, men da kan jeg ha marginalen kjappe, da.
Kan garde, det er greit, det.
Ja, 2 minutter.
So Højbjerg puts up the guard, just thinking through. If you do get the miss, you wrap another one around. You got to have them all behind the 1 guard.
Okay, go on.
Well, they're discussing to maybe just put a top 12 in the house on the other side, maybe luring Russia to end up playing a nose hit, leaving a guard to come around. Team didn't like it though, so skip was overruled. Just gonna put the corner guard back.
Хип! Оу, оу. Поднять, поднять, поднять.
So peel the corner guard off. Russia just continue to keep executing their shots.
Okay.
Well, skip stones now. Timofeev rip this guard. He'll have a shot to run them out of stones on his final shot, but side order. Jaap van Dorp and Netherlands need 1 to tie. The final shot here, facing 2, has to draw 8 foot or better. Force an extra.
Line, ga nu veel curlen. Moed voort. Scheelt heel veel. Je hebt moed voort.
They'll need a full 8 foot to force the extra end here. And Van Dorp able to get there to the 4 foot. 7-7. They'll play an extra. Free curling on sheet A. Meanwhile, the peel was made in our feature game, Russia, Norway. Wallstedt will draw in, needs a miss to have a chance. But Timofeev, opportunity. Make contact, make this one go away, and even the record at 2-2.
Легко, просто легко.
Just a light clean here for the Russian side to make this one go away, and that will do it. It is a big win for Russia. They come up to steal a 3 and 9 and run Norway out of stones in 10. It is a final. Timofeev 10-8 the final over Norway.
Just popping over to Korea, Sweden. It's the final stone for Niklas Edin. Kim Chang-min's guard just over curled, so it's essentially a peel, a pick for the win. Instead of drawing the button, had the saver on the wing. Just needs a piece here, and that is made by